Okay, here we go. Amen. Oh my God. Like my mother say, thank God for Jesus. It is Toxic Talk Thursday, September the 19th, 2024, 8 minutes after the hour, guys. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko, only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right, guys? We're super excited to be here. Chat room is wide open. Or if you love to call in, or if you dare to call in, the number's 570-982-6950. We're broadcasting on all social media platforms. That's it. Very easy show to find. We truly appreciate it. We hope that you and your family are okay this beautiful Thursday morning. God bless you on the Toxic Talk Thursday. Uh, Please like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. God bless everybody. God bless. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, in this first minute of this show, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right 8 years running. God bless. To the Queen SennyJ. Good morning. God bless. And how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Shawn. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today on this Toxic Talk Thursday. We're going to get started with Senny Says. Of course, you know I have a lot to talk about in celebrity and entertainment news. We're also going to have front page news with SennyJ, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, not even for a second.
That's right. Don't go to the bathroom and pee, nothing. You stay right here.
Take us with you. Take it
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah. We want we
You can
want
do
to we want to see you pee. Uh,
Not that. Always got to take it live.
Welcome to the show. All right, so before we start the show, and welcome, guys, truly appreciate each and every one of you
I'll
tuning
be right
in.
back. I'm sharing the show, which I would like all of you to do as well. Let's share it together.
Yeah, let's share the show together. Truly appreciate you. So, Cindy, before we start the show, yes, a remarkable situation happened to me last night, Cindy, and I'm for sure we all can relate to this, but it happened to me in real time last night. I was doing a show in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York last night, right? Cindy? And by the way, guys, if you're in Queens, I'm in Queens tonight, and and then on the weekend I gotta go away to Washington D.C. for the weekend. And Cindy, I pulled up into a Rodney. What's going on, man? Childhood, schoolhood friend, Darren Bonds. What's going on? God bless you guys. And I'm sure, especially you guys, Rodney and Sharon, you guys and everybody, all our New York listeners, definitely can relate to it. Pulled up to the comedy show in Williamsbridge, Brooklyn. That was last night. Got there about 8:30, 8:45. And this particular area of Brooklyn, just like most areas in New York City, very hard to find parking. And Cindy, I was in a neighborhood where there was nowhere to park.
You're always somewhere where there ain't no parking.
Right. But Cindy, you're not going to believe this. I pull up on the block, a block that has no parking. And Cindy, there was a parking space available. And I was baffled, bewildered, almost a state of confusion. I also felt truly blessed. I thought it was an immaculate conception. This spot was meant for me. The universe allowed this to happen. All these thoughts are going through my mind, but I'm looking at the spot to double check and triple check if it's a valid parking space.
As you should.
Because I couldn't accept the fact my mind was playing tricks on me that this was a available spot in a street that has 79,000 cars parked on it. And then I even got out the car. I wedged the car in between the spots so nobody could get the spot before I parallel parked it. And Cindy, I walked halfway down the block. I cut my car off. Because they will steal your car. I cut my car off. Cindy, I got out the car, walked halfway down this block to look at the signs to see if this was a legit, valid parking spot, CJ. I was even about to call 311 to let them know my location in real time to let me know that this was a parking, that this spot was available. And Cindy, the parking lot guards showed your boy Harvey some grace last night. That was a legit parking space. I don't know who left. Somebody must have left. The moment I turned around the corner, I didn't see them, but that spot was mine. And Stinny, after the show was over, I was reluctant to leave that spot. I wanted to sleep in the car just to enjoy that I had the advantage of of having a spot in New York City where there was nowhere to park. I wanted to keep that car there until 7 o'clock this morning when it was time for alternate side of the street parking.
Wow.
That's how cherishable a spot is, a parking spot in New York City is. And I was blessed. So before we start the show, I want to thank the parking gods of New York City for showing me the overwhelming love and great timing that I pulled up in front of the club, well, down the block from the club, with an available parking space that didn't cost anything in New York City. I'm going to give, I know it's boring. I know we're going to move on, but I'm going to give myself a round of applause for finding this parking space. No, the parking space found me in Williamsburg, Brooklyn last night.
To be honest, I'm not that surprised. Literally every time I'm telling you guys say it's prayer, whatever, manifestation for me. When I'm going somewhere, I'm like, there's going to be a parking right where I need it. And usually when I say that, I'm going to literally say 8 times out of 10, I get a good parking spot. No lie. So, and whether that is the parking garage that I'm going to pay for, because sometimes you go to these parking garages, they be full. They be like, we're full. You got to find someplace else.
Yeah.
So just be in a positive mindset when you go somewhere, people, because you never know what can happen. It's the power of your minds. I never usually have problems. I always find a good parking spot.
Well, City, that brings up a good point, and thank you. Right, those positive affirmations and those positive outsets will lead to positive results.
When I used to work, when I was waitressing, and I would go to, clock in for my shift and get ready for these people, I would be like, I'm going to make 300 today. I'm going to make 250. I'm going to make whatever. And when I tell you, I would hit that goal every day that I set it, because there would be days I would forget. I would just be like, you're rushing, whatever. You're not really thinking about it. I'd make like $50. I'm telling you, when you say it and you're like, I'm going to go and put my best foot forward, it'd be happening for you. I'm sorry. I don't know. So next time you go down looking for a park, it'd be like, I'm going to find the best spot and watch. You'll find it.
So guys, this is what we all going to do today. She mentioned $50. Let's have some positive affirmations right now that everybody in the chat room that's listening to this show right now is going to make at least $50 today. All right, guys?
For your big goals, it's good to be delusional. But let's say it's like something short term. You can't be like, I'm gonna find $1,000 in an hour. No, make it realistic. But yeah, make it realistic and attainable. And I bet my life on it. You're gonna hit it. So
I totally agree. Listen, we all know we all gotta crawl before we walk. Listen, I pray that all of us today is monetarily is going to make at least a minimum of $50 today. How about that? Okay. And hopefully we'll throw a double bonus on there and you'll find somewhere to park your car. All right. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. My man Morris B is in the building. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. The ambassador of the chat room's in the building. God bless. And thank you so much. City.
Oh yeah, and I did want to say something to that really quick. You guys, we want to wrap our arms around our ambassador of the chat room, Vanetta George, who unfortunately her mom has passed away, and um her and her family, of course, are handling it, but we want to make sure that they are surrounded by the chat room and love during this time. So we are here for you, Vanetta. And I would like to see hearts in the chat room for her beloved mother. And we're all here for you, girl. And we love you. You and your sister and your brother and all your family.
Right. So,
Yes.
so our condolences to our beloved ambassador of the chat room, Vanetta George, and your family. Our deepest condolence to you for the passing of your beloved mother. And this is what we're about each and every day as well. In this chat room, please, guys, as Cindy would say, I just would just echo her sentiments. Please, let's put some hearts in the chat room and some prayer emojis for our beloved Vanetta George. And again, how many times throughout the years in this show that we've all collectively have been here throughout the mornings and throughout the years, and some of our members or some of our members, family members have passed away, and we've all have collectively supported each and every one of our individuals here in the chat room, and this is no different. So please, if you don't mind, guys, let's show an abundance of love to Vanetta George and her family in their moment of grief, and God bless Vanetta's mother. All right,
Yes.
Sadie, good to
This
see
will
you.
cheer her up.
For real. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this show will cheer up anybody. If you think you're going through something in your life, listen to this show. Shout out to my beloved niece, Shannon Berry. Love you to death. So let's please, again, prayer emojis, heart emojis to our beloved ambassador chat room, Vanetta George, and reach out, inbox, or I mean, if y'all got that type of relationship with each other, call, text. If you don't really know her, inbox and you love, or you can do it right here on this platform, and we truly appreciate it. All right, see, uh, one more thing. Cindy set me up the other day. If you saw the video, go to my Instagram page, go to my Facebook page. I think I put it on the TikTok page. She set me up with the P Diddy verdict. She masterfully edit a video where I was yelling there was no charges against P Diddy, and then the next moment the district attorney of the Southern District of Manhattan laid out a laundry list of charges. So I want to give kudos and big ups to the beloved Queen SennyJ for setting me up in a humorous way and make herself shine in the video. It was a masterful plot. It was definitely clever. It was smart, and it was timely. So and there's nothing wrong with that. And God bless. Go ahead, Cindy. What you got?
I thought you might like that one there, Harv,
Yeah, that was definitely a
Because when
funny
you're
one.
right, you're
Definitely.
right. You know what I'm saying? No, but as we all know, Sean, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, PD, Brother Love, whatever you want to call him. And mind you, I don't know if you guys read the indictment because I did. They listed all of those names on the indictment. I was crying, okay? But whatever you want to call him, Sean Combs, he has been arrested. He has been indicted on charges. He was picked up. His lawyer likes to say that he was anticipating this and that he was in New York to turn himself in for these charges. So they were very surprised when police met them at the Park Hyatt Hotel in his penthouse suite and actually arrested him and did a perp walk. When they did arrest him, in his hotel room, even though he wasn't charged with it, because I mean, what's a little pink cocaine when you have racketeering and all types of other mess? But he was found in possession of that in his hotel room when the police picked him up. Um, he went for a bail hearing. His whole family was there. In this bail package that his lawyer first put together for him on Tuesday. He said that he is putting up his Miami mansion, which was worth $48 million, and he paid an additional 18 million. He paid the remaining 18 million this past August, like maybe a month ago, August 20th. He paid 18 million so that it could be free and clear of mortgage so that he could put it up for bond. He also put up his mother's place. How wonderful for your mother. He also said he would surrender his passports, surrendered his mother's passports, one of his baby mother's passports, and the four of his daughter's passports, including the baby. Little baby love, the little Asian baby. Yeah, took her passport, said he would offer all of those up, as well as wearing a GPS monitoring service. And the judge, Robin Tornofsky, she said, yeah, that all sounds good, but it's going to be a no. She said, for your blatant disrespect of the law, your coercion on record of witnesses, your drug use, because, he also said he would submit to weekly drug tests. She said, you told your lawyer's telling me that he wants me to trust him and also to trust you. She said, sir, I don't think you trust yourself. Exactly, Judge. You see, he don't care about none of that. He's just trying to get out. So then they set another bail hearing for yesterday in front of Judge Andrew Carter, who is the state court was the one handling that bail. It went over to the federal court. Andrew Carter is actually going to be the judge presiding over the whole case, this whole trial. So they thought that they would have um, a better shot at possibly getting bail with going with this judge. So again, he told him the original bail package that was from before, but he also added, we will have 24-hour security. They got this security service called Sage Security, which is usually charged with, it would include monitoring by former law enforcement and control, who are in charge of usually looking after celebrities and high political figures. And the judge still said, no, the defendant's behavior illustrates that the defense team cannot control their client. They argued that Combs is a threat to the community based on allegations of violent acts detailed in the indictment and in a flight risk for his because of his immense wealth. Supposedly his lawyer said that he has a private jet that he is in the process of selling, and he does have a seller for it, and he knows that he cannot leave until the seller buys the jet or whatever. But the judge was like, that really doesn't matter. So he will remain in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn or Manhattan until further notice. And his lawyer said that they will prepare for the case as best they can in such horrible conditions, and that he is receiving the treatment and therapy that he needs. However, he would not disclose what type of treatment he is undergoing. So that is where we are at right now.
Welcome to the show, God's only place on earth where you get your morning started right. And boy, Denny shared this story with a whole lot of glee. Seems like it's Christmas Eve over there at SennyJ's house. And all the bills are paid and all the gifts are wrapped and they're underneath the tree and we're singing Christmas carols and the dogs are barking and it's even snowing outside. And this is the glee that I'm feeling from SennyJ for the black man going down. And well deserved that this black man should go down. Uh, they can't control him. This man is a man who had this sinister plot on dangling carrots in front of folks and controlling people. And these judges, okay, they went to the state judge the other day, and the state judge is somebody, no respect to the state judge. He was the guy that was actually there from 9 to 5, whatever. He happened to be there, and the case was presented to him, and then they kicked it upstairs to the feds. And the federal judge was like, "You're not going anywhere. We don't care," and rightfully so. I think Diddy's lawyer did a terrible job. They knew that he was going to have to come to New York for his arraignment, but they didn't know that they was going to lock his ass up like this. And this threw a whole took this whole case into a quagmire. Mr. Brother Love, P. Diddy, and all your other names, sit tight. You're not going anywhere. And honestly, you shouldn't go nowhere. You were under the influence of drugs and alcohol, and you didn't know what was going on around you. You didn't even take a moment to go, damn, you know, they did this to Bill Cosby and they also did this to R. Kelly. Let me chill. Let me slow down a little bit. You didn't. Baby oil all over the place, lubricants all over the place, dildos up your ass. I'm surprised they didn't find a dildo up his ass when they got him to go to court.
He was on a plane.
Sir, I don't. Your mom's, the house, the cars, the planes. We don't care about it anymore. You are literally a menace to society. You're like the Joker and Batman. You can't go nowhere. The judges, I applaud the judges for keeping him restrained and confined. You can't go nowhere. And I don't want to hear none of this mess that they doing this to another black man. No, no, no. These are criminal charges, and his dumbass got video evidence that he didn't dispose of that they confiscated.
They said there was dozens of terabytes of data. Y'all know how much a terabyte is? Y'all don't even know how much a gig is. How much your cell phone? Your cell phone is about 64 gigs of data, 128 gigs of data. And that be filling up mad quick, right?
Yeah.
Y'all get to 5,000 pictures and photos. It'd be like, oh, time to clear some storage. He had a terabyte. That's like 2,000 gigabytes.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, he got the gigabytes because he has the money, and there was gigabyte in his ass. But the whole thing is that he's such a freak off. You such a freak. You had every woman on earth. You got, sir, you're a Hollywood guy that's out of control. You got tired of the vagina because you was getting so much vagina. You got tired of it. So you went to, you was curious about the other side. And then you went to the other side. And then you lost your mind. You are under federal RICO charges. That's that John Gotti shit they putting you on. They're putting you in a category of mob bosses. This RICO case is a case where not only are you guilty, but everybody else around you, your businesses, and everything else. This they're gonna bring your house to cards down. And one more thing I'm gonna say about this, I yield my time. Shout out to all the memes out there. They are hilarious. Diddy, you're finished. You're done, and it's over with. And you might spend the rest of your life in jail. Now, there might be at the moment, because everything is negotiation. The Diddy's lawyer and the feds maybe trying to negotiate a bail for him. So maybe the next time he goes to jail, they might release him. They might not. Diddy is probably desperate right now. He's ready to give up everything to get out of jail. But sir, you don't deserve it. And that video keeps resurfacing of you dragging Cassie down the hallway and whipping her ass with a towel. And if you take a look at Diddy, and if you see that video of Diddy and Ellis, what's her name? Diana Ross' daughter.
Tracy Ellis.
Tracy Ellis. You can see the look in his face. He looks so evil. I think the more we look at Diddy now, we could see the devil in Diddy.
No, it's not the devil. He was just high as hell.
Diddy is the
He's
devil.
high half the time. That's
Yeah,
the
but he got
problem.
that devilish look. Diddy is the devil. You're devil, bro. You're done. It's over. And you know what? I'm not gonna lose 5 minutes of sleep if you spend the rest of your life in jail. I yield my time.
Yeah.
And
On
for these federal judges to say that you are a flight risk, and what you are, you still worth millions and millions and almost $1 billion. You can get out of here and fly to the Galapagos Islands to never be seen again. No, we're not doing that. You're staying right here. You're staying right here and you're serving your time, sir. and you should serve it all. If they give him 25 years in jail, that's exactly what you get, sir. And fire your lawyers. Your lawyers messed it up. You were supposed to get guaranteed bail. That's the reason why you came up here. The reason why you came up here because you knew you had to see the judge. You remember last week, Diddy was in Harlem all last week, people showing him love because he knew he had to go to court. But his attorneys, they didn't solidify that deal with the bail because they flipped on him. They got him. Diddy, you got set up, bro. And you know what? And that's exactly what you get because you set up a lot of people and you hurt a lot of folks and you had criminal activities with folks. So this is how it feels now. Keep his ass in jail, and you know how the feds are. They're gonna take their sweet time. You might not have a trial until the end of next year.
Yeah, he probably they're probably not going to they're probably not going to see him until sometime next year. The prosecutors definitely said that they've interviewed at over 50 people, just so you can see like the scope of how big it is. They said that they're still not leaving anything on the table. Like this is not, they have their whole case laid out. They said as the investigation is ongoing and they find out more things, then they are not opposed to taking anything off the table. So that just shows that they're encouraging more victims to come forward. So it's not like they're looking to have this over speedily. I know a lot of people are saying, other people are going down. I mean, in Lil Rod's lawsuit, he named Chris Brown. He named both of Sean's sons. He named Cuba Gooding Jr. So I think they're going off of these things, and also those people could be included, not to the scope that Diddy is being charged, but definitely for prostitution. And then Lil Boosie went out and talking about, making a public statement saying that, groupies get flued out all the time and they know what they're there for. And, nobody, everybody in the industry does that and he shouldn't be penalized for it. Listen, groupies flying out, having sex or whatever and leaving is different than you paying somebody to have sex and then they can't leave for days on end, and you're unknowingly drugging them so that they continue participating to the point where you all are so physically exhausted that you have to have liquid IVs administered to you on site.
And
that's what people need to understand. Like, it's not just like,
that's what
people say, why do they have to pay for sex? They're Diddy, they're Cosby, they're all these other things. And Cosby was drugging women, right? Because it's not regular sex. I think that's what people need to understand. Like, people that do things like this, and who knows what it's for, because of mental, because of the power and the money, it's sexual deviance.
Right. Well,
that
you know
is
what?
like, they want to do like weird stuff.
Yeah,
And
well,
me, I'm surprised. How did you get any work done running any of those businesses with all the freak off you were doing? It's unbelievable.
Well, breaking news, I've ordered some lube and some baby oil here at the crib so wifey and I could get our little freak off going on. Shout out to me. I've ordered and listen, you might want to look into some Johnson and Johnson baby oil. You might want to try to invest in some of get some of that money, get some of that lube money, get some of that dildo money. I'm just saying, like, this is something that really could catch on. And not only that, our beloved Howard University have refunded $1 million back to Diddy and took his statue down. And this goes back to the whole thing with Bill Cosby. Now, all the money that he's donated to whatever school, they're refunding it back, and they're taking all of Diddy's pictures down. So, Mr. Diddy, you're done. But guys, don't stop with the baby oil. Get your baby oil up and get the lubrications in the crib. Yes, Cindy, what you got next? Put the number one. Hold on, wait, hold on. I know Princess and myself is down because we nasty as hell. Put it in one chat room if you got that baby oil laying around with that lubrication. See, do you got any baby oil laying around the crib?
No, nobody has any baby oil laying around the crib. Okay, hold on with me one
Put,
second, you guys.
put a number one in the chat room, guys. If you got some baby oil and some lube hanging around the crib. Uh, CJ, could you give me 17 number ones?
I will give you 17 number one,
Yeah,
Sean.
yeah. My wife and I gonna have a baby oil lube weekend.
I can't. Um.
Number
Okay.
one chat room if you got baby oil and lube in the crib. Number two if you don't. That's it.
Yes. The next story that I have is that you can
Get that
now.
baby. Hold on, wait a minute, Sam. I'm sorry. And then it's even more perverted that you get the Johnson and Johnson baby oil and devious sex. That sounds perverted to me.
We
At least,
don't.
at least take the Johnson and Johnson label off the baby oil.
But do we know if it was Johnson and Johnson?
Shinny, you got any baby oil in the crib?
I do. I actually, which is surprising. I have the baby oil gel one, but that lasts me forever. Like
Now we're not
it takes me
talking.
at least a couple of months to get through a bottle.
Now we're not
So
talking about the gel. We're talking about the old school motor oil, the old school baby oil, not the gel, not the little air pockets in there, not the little air bubbles. We're talking the old school baby oil,
the original
the
slip and
original,
slide.
the original.
N- no.
Oh, see, I'll be right back. That's Amazon with my baby oil.
What, Sean?
Guys,
That's
continue.
ridiculous. Yes. So you guys. Oh, and I guess that $100 million. That guy that won that default judgment against Diddy for the $100 million. I didn't know he was a Michigan prisoner. He's locked up right now. He filed this lawsuit that he won the judgment on, but they're gonna reverse it. And so right now, Diddy has the opportunity to, um, just like, I guess, dismiss it or whatever. He can fight it and it'll go away and the guy will have to refile. But I guess after all of this, he's probably not going to refile. So that's the update on that. But more stuff is to come for him. The next story that I have for you is a woman was drugging her husband with weed killer, with Roundup. And he had went to the police because he was saying that he was feeling he wasn't feeling well, and and he couldn't figure out what the reason was. So he went to the police. Sorry, my story is freezing, so I'm doing this from memory. So he went to the police, and actually, I'm sorry, before he went to the police, he had set up because he noticed it was after he was drinking his Gatorades. He would always feel some type of way. So he was like, maybe I should, you know, see what's going on. So he had gotten suspicious. So he ended up putting a camera um in his garage, and he found that his wife was using Roundup weed killer and pouring it into his Gatorades and, leaving it in the refrigerator for him. The police confronted the wife basically with the evidence that he had. And when they asked why she was doing this, she said she felt extremely upset and felt it offended and was infuriated because she threw him a 50th birthday party and he wasn't grateful for it. He never told her thank you, or he never showed any gratitude for the party that she threw him, so she started poisoning him. And he was hospitalized at one point, but now she's locked up, and the case is about to be ongoing. So I thought that story was really crazy, and you guys should be out there maybe appreciating your partners a little more, because you never know when they're going to take you out. And
Well,
who's still drinking? No, and it wasn't Gatorade. I'm lying. It was Mountain Dew. I said good for you because why are you drinking Mountain Dew?
right. Gatorade or Mountain Dew. Put it in one chat room if you're drinking that. I don't drink. Hey, do you drink soda? Because I don't drink soda. Like I have a soda every once in a while, but
If I
I'm not a
eat
soda drinker.
pizza, I feel like I want a soda.
Okay. I don't. I might drink soda a couple of times out the year. I'm not going to drink Mountain Dew, even though back in the day I used to love Mountain Dew. Put it in one chat room if you used to love Mountain Dew. I'm a Coca-Cola kind of a guy. But put it in one chat room if you drink soda before I get into that story. I don't really drink. So, Cindy, how often do you drink soda if that's the case? Every time you have pizza, how often do you have pizza?
No, no, it's not every time I have pizza, but that's when, like, if I'm out having pizza, I'll get like a Sprite. But I'll probably say maybe like twice a month I'll have soda.
You have soda. Okay. So,
And
guys
I'm
in
not
the
even
chat,
finishing the whole thing. It's like the
that's it.
taste.
So, Cindy says twice a month with soda. I think I have soda at least, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Uh, Guys in the chat room,
2 or 3 times a year.
yeah, I don't drink. I don't drink soda. I'm very boring.
Okay.
Um, Ma'am, why did you just didn't leave your husband? Like, what is wrong with you? You are just as worse as P Diddy. This is premeditated.
Oh yeah, no bond. She has no bail. She's not getting bail. She's
Uh,
charged with first degree domestic assault and armed criminal action because of the weed killer.
right. You knew that your husband wasn't feeling your punk ass anyway. This is before the party, when you announced it. He didn't have no emotions. He doesn't want to be with you, but he didn't have enough courage to let you know. So he's probably riding the wave out. And there could be a bunch of contributing factors. You know, these bills got to be paid. Maybe there's kids involved. So he can't go nowhere. Maybe he's comfortable in the house. He don't want to deal with you no more. So you try to throw a 50th birthday party for him. He didn't even acknowledge it. He probably was there. He didn't say thank you. Why you gotta say thank you to you? He doesn't even want to be with you anymore. So you took it upon yourself to say, I'm gonna kill this neighbor slowly. Yeah. And he loved Mountain Dew, and you think Mountain Dew has a distinguished taste, man. And if that taste is altered, pause, people gonna know about it. And he was feeling sick. And you sat there in that house with your selfish ass because you're feeling a certain way because he didn't acknowledge your little whack ass party. Party was probably trash. He probably didn't want to acknowledge it anyway because it was trash. Yeah. And what type of 50th party did you throw? Did you go all out? Did we have this in the plaza somewhere? In the catering hall? Where did you have this at? This was something in the crib? There's levels to this 50th party, young lady. And you probably didn't step your game up. And he walked in the party like, yo, this is some bullshit. You probably had in the community center somewhere, in the living room, your paper was light, you had paper plates. Well, no, I wouldn't acknowledge it. And he don't want to be with you no more. So instead of you having enough courage to leave and say, listen, husband, I can't do this no more, you want to poison him with weed killer. And how dumb are you? Like, really, like, man, you gotta be smarter than that. Now you in jail with no bond. And you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna go to the love of his life that he's been messing around with. The side chick gets upgraded.
Oh my gosh.
You're in jail. You don't lost custody. Let's say you had kids. You don't the babies. You don't lost custody of the babies, the kids. You're in jail. He's in the house. And look at you. You sitting there parked right next to Diddy. You deserve to spend 20 years in jail for what you've done with this premeditated murderous plot and scheme because you couldn't step up and you threw a whack ass 50th birthday party with no balloons. And he doesn't care nothing about you. But your woman always can articulate the way you feel about men. This is how men do it. When we done, we done. We quiet. We don't talk. We don't want to say nothing. If you're in a relationship with a man, the man stopped talking to you for a year, you know what it is. Done. Spend the rest of your life in jail. It's not the rest of your life, but 20 years. All your childbearing years will be in jail. And matter of fact, give her a Mountain Dew, and put some weed killer in it and let her drink it.
Roundup, apparently.
And how much is Roundup? Did you order that on Amazon? How much is that? And how
Probably
does
like
Roundup? And then you know what? Your dumbass probably went online. You researched how to kill your husband because I'm mad at me. I'm mad at him because he didn't acknowledge my 50th birthday. He didn't acknowledge all the effort that I put in on his 50th birthday and sinned. And how do you look, miss? I want to know, are you a bad man? Are you a baddie? Or you regular? Because if you regular, then you add insult to the injury. Now you're gonna get gang banged and lubricated by some lesbian chicks in jail. This is this time next year. And sir, go on with your life. Get a new family. God has blessed you for another day around the sun without that pathetic wife of yours. And what's wrong with your mental, sir? That you're marrying a woman that's putting weed killer in your Mountain Dew. And ladies out here, no, some of y'all are sinister. It's a lot going on out here. I know us men have our issues, but y'all sitting there and y'all plotting some devious activities as well. Fellas, like they said back in the rap song back in the day, protect your neck. Protect your neck. I yield.
Wow.
Let me make sure there's no weed killer in this crib.
Hey, watch out, Shawn. Is there something in the refrigerator that you eat a lot of that nobody else eats? Oh no. Oh no.
And think of the impending trust issues that this man gonna have with women moving forward at 50 years old. He ain't trusting none of these bitches out here.
Word. I wouldn't. And if I were you, I'd stop drinking Mountain Dew as well, sir. All of it is bad. All of it. The women, the Mountain Dew.
And never cut the grass again. Let the weeds grow, Pivot.
But could you imagine how you feel like watching your partner doing that? Like when he played that tape back, he was like, "You dirty." Like to see that, like, I don't know. It's crazy. Well, actually, speaking of, let's keep it rolling with the toxic talk and these marriages. Okay, we're gonna shoot it over to France, where a man, Dominique Pellico, 71 years old, is being tried with 50 other men over alleged abuse of his wife for years at their Provence, France home. Okay. This man allegedly, I don't even know why we're saying allegedly, drugged his wife and invited more than 80 strangers to rape her at their home for almost a decade, is now going on trial. 50 men accused of taking part in the abuse of the woman are also on trial at the court. More than a dozen protesters dressed all in black demonstrated outside of the courthouse as this trial has started last week. Police say Dominique crushed sleeping tablets and anti-anxiety medication and mixed it into his wife's evening meal or in her wine at their home. The father of three recruited men to rape and sexually abuse her from an online chat room where members fantasized about performing sexual acts on non-consenting partners. The judge had announced that all hearings would be public, granting Giselle her wish for complete publicity until the end. Even though the trial is going to be a horrible ordeal for her, and the judge told her she does not have to, come forward about this, because she will be living through the rapes that she endured over the past 10 years with no recollection of the abuse. She would be so drugged up that she would lose days at a time. She thought she had Alzheimer's because she would wake up and she wouldn't have known that it wasn't like the next day. It would be like 2 days later or something like that. Um, she came to court supported by her 3 children. She did not want a trial behind closed doors because she said that's where her attackers would have wanted. The accused men recruited by her husband were instructed to avoid smelling of any kind of fragrance or cigarette smoke, to avoid alerting his wife, and to leave if she moved as much as an arm. What got him caught was he was arrested in November of 2020 after a security guard caught him filming up the skirts of women in a local supermarket. So when they went to his house, they found a file labeled abuse. The file was named abuse on his USB drive connected to his computer that contained 20,000 images and films of his wife being raped over 100 times. Health records reportedly show he obtained 450 sleeping pills in 1 year. The 50 men on trial with him include a local lawman, nurses, a journalist, former police, prison guards, soldiers, firefighters, civil servants, and they were aged between 26 and 73. And there's more. You guys go look it up.
This is the ultimate gangbang. And you know what? You guys sit here on this show, and we all sit here and we, with no lube, by the way, no lube. The French folks don't believe in lube.
Sean, shut up! I can't.
I'm gonna sit here on your high horse and you're Judge Harvey for my comments. And maybe some of y'all on this chat room don't even like me. And I don't care. But the people who listen to this show is decent folks. And the people that are on this panel that are decent folks. And there's a world out there, people are going haywire out. You would think that the times that we live in today, when everything is in real time, that is documented, that we can see, that people would try to modify their behavior because everything could come out at any given time with these devices that we walk around all day, these ring lights and cameras, and there's cameras all over the place. And you would think that people would try to behave, just modify their behavior just a little bit. But no, we already proved that since COVID, people are out of their mind. They don't care if they're being tracked. They're being, people got surveillance on them. They have their cameras. Everybody's recording some things, and it's still not a deterrent for weird behavior. And when does this stop? We don't even care. Back 20 or 30 years ago, this story that Cindy reported would go underneath the table and no one would care, and this woman would be abused for the rest of her natural life.
They were together for 50 years.
Yeah, because he was tired of the vagina and he'd let everybody else hit it. That's another issue.
That it brings up, how well do you know a person?
Exactly.
How I've with you my whole life, and you would do something like that to me. Like, what? Listen, marriage, forget it. Y'all can keep it. If this is what marriage is,
no.
children.
Excuse me. This is an isolated incident. This is not what marriage is. Don't generalize.
Homegirl got the roundup. Listen,
Excuse me.
Okay.
Just because your theme on Toxic Talk Thursday is men and women killing each other that's married, that doesn't put the whole marriage narrative into some type of put it into some type of category that everybody's like this. Listen, I'm a married man. I don't have nobody gang banging my wife, and she's not putting no weed killer in my drink. So take it easy with that. There are isolated incidents out here in this world. This world is crazy. Y'all be careful out there. And everyone in this chat room, hey, you guys are decent people. These stories seem like they're coming from another planet or another world when it's right here on in this earth. Y'all be careful out there and know that you guys, regardless, because if you're listening to this show, you have mental issues. And I'll tell you why if you listen to this show and you got mental issues. Because if you listen to me, I'm mentally challenged. And Cindy over there, even though she can articulate herself to the paramount, trust me, the lights are on, but no one's home over there as well. but we are still decent folks.
I don't know about me, but Shawn is.
So when she shares these stories, please take a moment and do some self-evaluation of yourself and go, even though I'm crazy as hell, I'm a decent person. That's what I'm getting out of these weird stories today. I'm doing some self-inventory. Because I know in between these ears, if you know it's in my mind, Happy would never talk to me again. So practice discipline, guys. You guys are decent, good folks because these stories, Toxic Talk Thursday, Cindy's taking this Toxic Talk Thursday. This is the best Toxic Talk Thursday we've ever had because it is literally toxic as hell. But, but, but at the same time, let's take a look at it in a positive way. How toxic are you? We're not as toxic as these people that Cindy are talking about. Y'all have a good day today. And
Watch your drinks.
right, and watch your drinks. Keep away from the lube. And remember this: it's okay to acknowledge your craziness. Because if you don't acknowledge that you have mental issues on this show, then it's really disturbing to me. The real freedom, the real freedom is acknowledging the fact that all of us do have mental challenges. And that's fine. It's okay. But to sit here and y'all sit and tell me that there is nothing. Let me tell you one thing, and then I'm gonna yield back. If you are a sane person and you got your life all together, I don't want to mess with you. I don't. I don't. I need people in my life that are mentally challenged so we can all deal with life together.
I'm like,
We got mentally challenged issues in my house. I'm mentally challenged. My wife is mentally challenged as well. But we rocking this thing together.
not you speaking for her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys, can you strike
Oh
that
yeah.
from the record? Tanya does not have mental issues. I
Oh
have to
yeah.
be the only one speaking up for my
Oh
goodness.
yeah. Yeah. Lights on, nobody's home with all of us. Every single put a number one in the chat room if you have some kind of mental issues. 1% to 100%. Give me 17 number ones, please. Continue on, Cindy, and God bless. And God bless everybody.
No, that's, after I got that last story, I couldn't peruse the news anymore, Shawn. It was over for me after that. I said, you know what? Enough internet for today.
And and
I don't want to know no more stories after
and
that one.
and let me say one more thing about that. Can we give SennyJ a round of applause, everyone, for giving us all this toxic talk Thursday that brings everything back in perspective? Cindy, I'll give you a round of applause right now.
I mean, somebody's got to do it, you know?
And what do they always say? There before the grace of God, there go I.
I know you like.
There before the grace of God, there go I.
Okay, you guys have a great day. When
Oh,
Shawn starts getting preachy, that's time for me to log off.
then log the F off. Okay? Log it, log your ass. Log your ass.
I don't think you can say a scripture and then say that.
There before the grace of God, there go I. And if you don't like that, log your ass.
I might burst into flames. Can you please stop?
I've been to hell 7 times and I've told you that. That's why I'm grateful to be here. Cindy, I want to thank you for these dysfunctional stories that put everything in perspective today. That's the one thing that I've learned. What have you guys learned on this show today? Thank God that we are not, but P. Diddy, the lady with the weed, the no weeds, this guy with the banging his wife. What the fuck?
I'll be keeping abreast of all of these stories for you. I'm gonna let you know what they all get, what time they all get, because they all going to jail.
Let's do one more before we go. Roma Johnson, God bless. Sister Soldier, God bless. Michael Raspy, God bless you, man. Shout out. Where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, where the heart's at in the chat room. Hey, turn down for what? We appreciate you guys for spending time with us today. Go ahead, Cindy. And let's give a shout out to SennyJ. Cindy, for some reason, your face is filling in a little bit. Because last week it was nothing but cheekbones and forehead. And now you do have a glow upon yourself and your face is filling out. So, everybody, one more time, round of applause to Cindy J because she had that generic anorexic kind of look last week. And now she's filling out. God bless you, Cindy J. Continue.
Not shout out to me filling out. No, I don't have another story. I mean, I can.
So, guys, we truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. I got a quick meeting with Cindy J after the show. See, I got to call you after the show. I got to run pick up my medicine from the pharmacy that I'm calling. Guys, we truly appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow, God willing, for Feel Good Friday. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. If you did. Cindy, you got the last word. Let's go.
Oh, I have a good one. Okay.
Okay, good.
The only person that hears everything about you, your insecurities, your failures, your happy times, the only person that hears all of that is you. So be careful what you tell yourself.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Say that one more time. That was deep.
The only person that hears everything about you is you.
Good.
So watch what you tell yourself.
Okay, now wait, one more thing before I say it. I know it's one more thing I want to say.
Okay.
I direct this to Prince Cox, No Pause, and all the others. Whatever, this is an investment tip, just like when we had the young man Rashad on Monday. You want to make some money today, guys?
Oh, Lord. Here comes the toxicity. Wait for it. Go tell him, Shawn.
And Cindy, this is for you as well.
I know.
And don't say that Harvey's never put no money in your pocket. Okay?
You see how he frames that? The toxicity is astounding with this one. Go ahead.
If you got the money, if you got any monies laying around the crib, take every dime of it. Every dime of it. Your pension plan, Social Security, take it every dime, all of it. Take every dime of it. Listen to your uncle. Listen to your uncle. Take every dime. That lunch, that little $20 lunch money today, you want to flip that? This is what we're going to do. The New York Jets are playing tonight. Put all the money, every dime of it on the Jets to win. The Jets are -6, meaning they got to win the game by 7. You could go that route too. Put every dime, guys. And then I got one more for you. Okay. Okay.
Yo,
I got one more.
You want them to put all their money on a team that notoriously loses?
Put all the money the Jets play tonight. All the money on the Jets. I will go money line. That means the Jets to win. You could also take the points, bring the points down to -3. You will double up your money. And here's the next one.
Is this legal for you to be saying this?
The Baltimore Orioles haven't won a game since May. They are bound to win. They play the San Francisco Giants at 4:00 at 1:00 this morning. Guys, put the rest of the money.
Not so whatever money you got left from putting it on the Jets, grab that up
And put it on. Where's the money? Put the money on the Orioles. You want to win money early? That game is at 1:00 this afternoon. Put all the money, every money, on the Baltimore Orioles to win the game today at 1:00.
So, Shawn, should they parlay that? Should they put the Jets and the Orioles?
Now, if you got extra monies, this is what you can do. Or if you really have no money, if you got no money, you take the Jets money line, the Baltimore Orioles money line, combo that, put that $7 on it, and it'll yield you back about $50 or $60. Okay?
Hey, okay.
What more can I say here?
Please, no more. I think you've done enough.
The monies, the monies, put the monies
No.
on the Jets. The money, all of it, every fucking dime of it. Jets
No.
tonight to double up. If you don't have no money and you need some money by 3 o'clock this afternoon, put the monies on the Baltimore Orioles to win. Okay? And you got the monies. Benny, yeah, what happened? What do you want to show me?
If you guys have a problem, if anybody has any issues that they're going with, please contact 1-800-GAMBLER. They're there for you.
The
Because
Baltimore,
clearly Shawn is not. Shawn, take down this number.
I don't give a damn about that number. Baltimore Orioles. Hold on, guys. Wait. The game is on. Wait, the games. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
No, it's okay. Don't hold on. If you guys
Don't
have
hold on.
jobs, loved ones, anything
Guys,
you hold dear to you,
guys,
please
guys. Hold on. Hold on, guys.
drop off
Guys,
of this live right now.
don't drop off this live. Don't you drop off this live right now. Hold on.
We've had a great time with you all. We love you, and we'll be back tomorrow at 8.
They're playing in Baltimore with all the monies on the Orioles. And later on tonight, Jets to win with the other monies. Okay? Whatever. All right, we out of here. God bless. Whatever city, we out of here.
Bye, guys.